This screencast is going to talk about some of the design collection tools from the book. And one of the ones they mentioned is Flickr.com. Flickr is a way to share photos and actually now videos as well with other people. And you can upload pretty much whatever you want. To do it, you have to create an account on Flickr and sign in with that. So if you have a Yahoo ID, you can use that one to help create your account and to sign you in. If you don't have a Yahoo ID, you can sign up for a Yahoo ID. You can use your Yahoo ID for other things, but you can sign up or sign in with it and get a Flickr account. It's free. This is from the author of our book, Elliot J. Stocks. He has a collections of different websites that he's taken pictures of that he sees as inspiration for design. And the nice thing about using pictures instead of just saving the web page is that if they change their site, you still have it on there versus saving a link is what I was trying to say. And then the other one, he has this collection by someone else who has a lot of different sort of design patterns and things that he has collected about footers, forms, headers, and so forth. So you're looking at different footers, and he says, okay, here's a whole bunch of different footers that people have made and what they're like. And so the question on this for Flickr is, how do you get those photos in? So what I'm going to do is going to show you a way to do that through using an add-on to Firefox. So one of the great things about Firefox is it has all these different add-ons you can do that give you extra functionality. So if you go into Tools in Firefox and Add-ons, so we go to our add-ons and we're going to go to the Get Add-ons area here. And so I can do a search. So I can say, okay, screenshot. And so it's going to search and find a bunch of different screenshots. Now, these give you a little bit of ratings, but sometimes these ratings are misleading because it could only be a few people. So if you know exactly what you're looking for, this is not a bad way to do it. But you can also click the See All Results button. And what that's going to do is open all the results in a page here, and you're going to get more results, and you get to see more with it. Let's go and add one. I think the one I was going to add is Screen Shooter. This has not a whole lot of downloads, but actually ended up being a decent one for our purposes. This is just telling you to be careful because it wasn't reviewed by Mozilla yet. And here we go. This is Screen Shooter now. We can say Install Now. And what's going to happen is it's going to go through, it's going to install it, and then it's going to say, do you need to restart? So yes, restart. And it's going to say it'll try to restore your tabs, which it usually does pretty well. But if you're logged into something, you might be logged out of it. And it'll say, okay, one new add-on has been installed, which you can click on. And if you click on this, it'll take you to the page for that add-on. Let's go to where that is. So there we go, Screen Shooter 1.0. Alright, so now that I have that there, I can close this window out. And what I can do is, let's say there's a place I want to take a screenshot of. So I find the Flickr page or whatever. Let's go back to his outer page here, and I just want to take a screenshot of this to remember. So a lot of the add-ons, there's a couple different things. Some of them, like here with this Delicious add-on or the Scrapbook add-on, actually give you new menus, but many of them are just from a right click. So I right clicked here, and now I have, when I right click, something that says screenshot, and I can capture the complete page, the visible portion of the page, or the selection. And then I can either just copy it, and if I wanted to paste it into like Photoshop and do something with it, I could do that. And I can also do Save As. So I might click that. And now what's going to do is it gives me the little crosshairs, and that allows me to select what it is I want to take a screenshot of. So let's say this. And then it's going to ask me where I want to do it. And what it does is it tells you the website, that it's a screen capture, and the date. That may be good for what you want, but it may be, you want a little bit something more specific. So, I may say Elliot J. Stocks Inspiration Flickr. Okay, so whatever you want to call it, and then under Save As, it'll give you some different options. It's basically a PNG or a JPEG file. A lot of times with screenshots like this, PNG is good because it's a lossless compression. It'll look exactly the same as you saw it. And so there it is, and it downloaded that file of that image. So that's great. The next step would be to take it up and put it into Flickr. So I'm going to go into Flickr here and sign in. And so a number of different ones. I have one for class here, and I have one personal one and stuff as well. So it's going to sign me into Flickr, and here we are. And there's a few different ways you can do it, but often right here you can just start with this part, upload photos and videos. So I'm going to upload that, and it says, choose. Just for the hell of it to have another something in there, I'm going to do the complete page here as another screenshot. And why don't we find something else? We'll do Evernote. I'm going to do a section on that, screenshot. We'll do visible portion. Okay. So Save As just lets you rename it. If you just do save, it saves the name for you without you renaming it. Okay. So back up to here. When you say choose photos and videos, here are I have to go find the location where I put all of these photos. So I have a bunch of photos here that I can select and do those. This, by the way, this add-on here, this interface is a Flash one, so for some reason you don't have Flash on your computer, it'll give you a slightly different looking interface. You can set privacy on here to say I only want friends or family to see it, or I want it to be public, or only me, and then boom, upload. There's also for Flickr, as I mentioned here, a number of tools that let you easily upload Flickr from your desktop, especially if you have a camera and you got 100 pictures and you want to upload them. That's there. The other thing with Flickr is that Flickr can have descriptions. So I'm going to click here, and each one of these photos now I can have tags and descriptions. So I can tag them all, let's say, with screenshot. And I might tag them with MMP 240 since I'm teaching them with that class as well. And then I can choose a set to put them in. So if you don't have a set yet, I can click here and I can create a new set. I'm going to call it Mood Board Example. Creating a mood board with screenshots. Okay, and so I will create that set. So now it's going to add it to my mood board example set. And if I already had that, I would be able to choose it from the drop down of all my sets. And then if you want, you could do description in here, like love the green color with the images, or whatever, and again, this tag, by the way, gets added to all your photos that you're uploading right now, and you can add individual tags to other ones as well. I click Save, and so there's my photo stream, but also here on the right, you see I have my mood board example, and there's my mood board example. So I have my photos I can share, and just go through these photos and save them as a mood board, something I'm taking a look at. You can share. So you can share the photo with other people, or you can, let's go back to my sets here. Here's my mood board example, so I can click on the share this button on the top right here. Also slideshow, by the way, let you see slideshow. And so I click here. Oops, clicked twice by accident. And you can either send an email message to people, or you can just grab a link to it like that, and you can just copy it and paste it in. So I could copy that, put it up, you can email it to me, or you can also just, if you want to send it to me, you can say, okay, prof.stein@gmail.com, and you could add a message and say, here's the mood board for Chris Stein. Right, by the way, if you ever email me on stuff like this, make sure you include your name, because it's not always obvious from the name you chose for Flickr. So you can do that, you hit send, and it sends it out. So then you've shared this set, and other people can see it too. On Flickr, there's like a little bit of confusion sometimes between sets and collections. A collection is really just a group of sets. So I could have a set here for a mood board example, but it's also sort of like what we saw here. Let's go back. This person's collection by Brian Christensen is a bunch of sets that have different things. So it's, adding friends, calendars, blog editors, footers, headers, and so forth. So each of these is a set. So this is a collection that has a bunch of different sets inside of it. So that's really the difference between collections and sets. Sets are a bunch of photos, collections are a bunch of sets. So that's Flickr, and also Firefox. Another thing that you can do in Firefox is the scrapbook add-on. Allows you to capture the entire page, but also what it allows you to do is capture a page and then do a link capture. And what this does when you do scrapbook is it actually saves the page as it is, that you could browse and click on stuff and look later. You have to be careful with this in-depth capture, because if you go too far it starts capturing a lot of other websites, and it does allow you some sophisticated things like saying only follow links if they're on this particular website, not just anywhere out in the web. And you can even capture the sound, movies, and other kinds of files with it as well. Here I have it so it captures PDF files and docs and things like that, so it'll actually download those files and basically recreate these website locally for you to be able to browse later. So that's another option, but usually overkill for what you want for just inspiration. And then let's look at Evernote next. So this is the Evernote webpage. You can sign in, you can download now. It's free. They give you a certain amount of space per month, and as long as you don't go over that, they're okay. A certain amount, not of space, but of upload amount. They don't, as far as I can tell so far, haven't limited me in space. And so the other thing with this note is you notice it says download. So what Evernote does is, while you can get to it on the web, you can sign in there, it's often really useful and a little faster if you use their version that you download. So this is the application on my computer that I've downloaded, and I can use and search through and add notes. And the nice part about it is you can download this on another computer, and then you'll have the same notes on both computers. And they actually have iPhone applications and mobile apps and stuff like that. The other thing with Evernote is it's really more than just sort of the mood board here that we're talking about, because what it allows you to do is do things like, this is an audio note. So it's an audio that I recorded on my phone and got sent to it. You can have images on it, and the other cool thing is that it looks through your images for text. So if I have a photo of a sign that says, BMCC, and then I do a search for BMCC, it'll find that photo that had BMCC inside of it. So it has some really cool stuff with Evernote, and it's a more sort of full-featured and sophisticated note-taking solution. All right, that's pretty much it for the design tools. You can figure out what you want to do to collect your photos or screenshots of things for our class, and then I would just say, try some things out and see how it goes. Flickr is often the easiest one to start off with, because you can just sort of upload whatever photos you want, and you don't have to. You can use whatever screen capture tool you want to get the screen capture and put it in there, and then easily share it.